Best shows like Reacher, you should watch next. Reacher is an Amazon Prime original series based on the eponymous series of Jack Reacher books by Lee Child, revolving around a veteran military police investigator who is falsely accused of a murder he did not commit. Starring a perfect Alan Ritchson as the titular character, Reacher was a surprise smash of 2022, with many not believing it would succeed, thanks to the poor performance of the film Jack Reacher starring Tom Cruise. The series manages to redeem the character thanks to wonderful writing and dedicated performances from the cast, accurately recreating the character and his journey as portrayed in the novels. Whether it's James Bond or John Wick, everyone loves a highly skilled warrior who can handle his own in a tough situation. Reacher is one of many series in existence that attempts to recreate the badass, highly skilled person who encounters the world's most dangerous missions and manages to get out alive with barely a scratch on them. From vigilantes in the MCU like Daredevil to the wild antics of German police who get lost in the underworld, as seen in Dogs of Berlin, there is no shortage of action crime shows to choose from. If you like Reacher and can't wait for its second season, which is expected sometime in 2023, then these shows may be right up your alley. It would be Netflix, the studio that finally convinced Arnold Schwarzenegger to make a TV show. Fubar is the best offering of the platform so far in 2023, ranking quite a few times to date. The show explores an interesting premise, mixing comedy and the type of action we are used to getting from Arnold. Luke Brunner, a CIA operative, is on his way to retirement when he suddenly finds out his daughter works in the same field as him. Since both have lied to each other for years about their chosen profession, hilarity ensues as father and daughter realize they barely know each other. They must make amends for their fractured relationship built on lies and deception. Sons of Anarchy is one of the best action dramas of our time. Created by Kurt Sutter and starring Charlie Hunnam, the story follows the misadventures of Jax Teller and his dysfunctional family, the Sons of Anarchy or Samcro. The gut-wrenching story follows Jax as he digs deeper into obscurity while trying to save his soul and the people he loves. The show has been compared to modern Shakespearean tragedy. Still, it never lacks action, intrigue, and violence, as the members of Samcro must fend off their rivals and use their wits to deal with powerful enemies on the corporate ladder. It's a great story that ran for 7 seasons and 92 episodes. Narcos is a powerful biographical drama retelling the rise to power and eventual fall of Pablo Escobar from the point of view of Steve Murphy, the American DEA agent who worked in Colombia to catch the drug lord. Created by Chris Picanto and starring Wagner Moura, Pedro Pascal, and Boyd Holbrook, the show had a steady pace and expanded on the history of Colombia and its war against drug cartels. The show would last 3 seasons in the main setup, switching gears to Mexico in the last 3 seasons while changing the whole cast. It's a great series that takes very few liberties with the truth. It was lauded for its accuracy and condemned by some of the survivors portrayed in the tales, who still can't get over these shadows of the past. Homeland is a powerful espionage thriller that begins with an interesting premise. What would happen if a member of the US Army is kidnapped by the Taliban and indoctrinated in their ways to commit a domestic attack? That was the conundrum faced by Claire Danes and Damian Lewis as Carrie Matheson and Nicholas Brody for the first 3 seasons of the show, along with Mandy Patinkin as Saul Berenson, the reliable CIA director who does everything in his power to help Carrie. The show had a lasting impact for daring to explore a notion no spy drama dared to touch. Danes proved to be so popular in the role that the show was renewed for 5 more seasons, exploring the further misadventures of Carrie for a total of 96 episodes. If you've been hooked by Reacher and are looking for more gritty, action-packed series featuring tough protagonists, intricate mysteries, and no-nonsense justice, you're in luck. The appeal of Reacher, based on the Lee Child novels, is not just its brawny protagonist, but also its gripping storylines, fascinating character development, and high-stakes action sequences. Whether you're drawn to hard-hitting fights, slow-burn mysteries, or strong lead characters, there are plenty of shows that can fill that Reacher-sized hole in your TV lineup. Here's a list of the best shows like Reacher that you should watch next. 1. Jack Ryan, 2018. If you're a fan of Reacher's military background and the smart mix of action with strategy, Jack Ryan is a fantastic choice. Starring John Krasinski, this series follows CIA analyst Jack Ryan, who is thrown into the field to combat global terrorism and unravel international conspiracies. Much like Reacher, Ryan is tough, resourceful, and has a strong moral compass, though he tends to rely more on his intellect than his fists. The show provides a nice balance of intense action sequences and cerebral puzzles, much like Reacher's more thoughtful moments amid the violence. 2. Bosch, 2014-2021. For fans of the investigative side of Reacher, Bosch will hit all the right notes. Based on Michael Connelly's Harry Bosch novels, this Amazon Prime series stars Titus Welliver as LAPD detective Harry Bosch. Like Reacher, Bosch is a no-nonsense, moralistic, and tough character who doesn't shy away from danger to seek justice. The show is gritty and dark, with complex investigations and a central character who's as relentless as he is honorable. Both Reacher and Bosch operate outside the system when they need to, but they never lose sight of their personal codes of justice. 3. The Punisher, 2017-2019. If you loved the brutal action sequences in Reacher, The Punisher is a must-watch. Starring John Bernthal as Frank Castle, a former Marine-turned-vigilante, the show follows Castle as he embarks on a personal quest for revenge after the murder of his family. Like Reacher, Frank is a one-man army who relies on his combat skills, tactical training, and physical prowess to take down his enemies. The Punisher is darker and bloodier than Reacher, with a lead character who's more motivated by personal vengeance, but the uncompromising pursuit of justice is a core theme in both series. 4. Banshee, 2013-2016. For those who enjoy Reacher's mixture of small-town intrigue and explosive action, Banshee is another thrilling option. The show follows Antony Starr as Lucas Hood, an ex-con who assumes the identity of a murdered sheriff in a small town, all while continuing his criminal activities. The show features a wide range of corrupt characters, intense action, and Hood's struggle to balance his violent past with his new role. Much like Reacher, Hood is a skilled fighter who can handle himself in any situation, and the show's mix of violence, mystery, and personal redemption will satisfy Reacher fans. 5. Person of Interest, 2011-2016. If you're intrigued by the idea of a hero who operates outside the law, using both brains and brawn, Person of Interest offers a fascinating blend of action and moral questions. In this series, Jim Caviezel plays John Reese, a former CIA operative who teams up with a reclusive billionaire to prevent violent crimes in New York City. Reese, like Reacher, is a highly trained operative with a mysterious past, and much of the show revolves around his tactical prowess and formidable combat skills. The overarching mystery and technological angle give Person of Interest a different flavor, but its core, watching a tough hero save the day, is very much in line with Reacher. 6. The Equalizer, 2021, starring Queen Latifah as Robin McCall, a former CIA operative who now uses her skills to help those in need. The Equalizer offers a fresh take on the vigilante justice theme. Much like Reacher, McCall operates outside the bounds of conventional law enforcement and steps in to help those who are powerless. With a strong lead character and a blend of action and drama, The Equalizer is a solid option for those who appreciate seeing justice served by any means necessary. 7. Longmire, 2012-2017. For a more grounded, Western-tinged take on the lawman genre, Longmire is an excellent choice. The show stars Robert Taylor as Walt Longmire, a Wyoming sheriff with a quiet intensity and a dogged determination to protect his town. Like Reacher, Longmire is a man of few words but plenty of action, and the show blends character-driven drama with intense,